food in Lisbon is absolutely incredible. Oh my God. We spent 5 beautiful days with Jay and his family exploring Lisbon, eating loads of different amazing foods. We went to 9 places which we all enjoyed, and I want to share my experience with you. And to make things a little bit more spicy, I'm going to add some rolls. So I'm going to be sharing places from the cheapest all the way to the most expensive meals that we had. And at the very end, I'm going to share my fails, things that didn't quite work for us, and something that I wish I knew before we're going to Lisbon. Let's go. First thing on the menu is going to be quite a fun one. Ginjinha, or how people in Lisbon call it cutily, ginjinha is a shot of sweet sour cherry liquor. Back in the medieval times, people used it as a medicine, aka if you have a heartache or if you have a stomachache, you drink it and you will be cured. The place that we went to is called Ginjinha Ribadouro. It's probably one of the most popular places to try ginjinha. It's the second oldest stall in Lisbon. Hey. Nice. This beautiful creamy egg custard pastries became super popular in London about 5 years ago. But we all know that if you want to try a proper pastry, you need to come to the source. And the first place we're going to visit is going to be Pasteis de Belem. We've been here for 48 hours and we still haven't tried nata yet. It's a complete crime, so we're going to go and rectify it now. Something that I didn't realize is that how huge is this place. From the very beginning, it kind of looks like a very small bakery, but it's massive. This is one of the main halls, so I'm not sure if they have any other rooms, but this place is huge. This is like the OG bakery where they started baking these pastries about 200 years ago. Despite the fact that it's super touristy, they pasteis de Belem are super crunchy. They are served fresh from the oven, so like they're nice and warm. And they're so delicious and yummy. The service is super quick, and with our 4 natas, 1 orange sponge cake and 4 coffees, we paid, I think, 12 euros. So I think for the amount of happiness you're getting, this is like a must-visit place. 2 streets away from our Airbnb, there was a tasca called Cervejaria Amelia, a place that again didn't look much from outside, but when we saw the food, we were like, we have to come back here for lunch. What I really enjoyed the most is that husband and the daughter are serving the guests while the wife is literally behind the grill running the whole place. We ordered some traditional Portuguese dishes, like I had pica-bao, which is basically small pork pieces that are being fried on the grill with some beer sauce. I mean, I wasn't really a big fan of this dish. For me, it was a little bit too sourish, but I was really happy that I got to try something very traditional. Jay had bitok, which is basically pork steak with fried egg on top. That was really good. The highlight of this lunch were the massive grilled prawns in white wine and vinegar and garlic sauce. These were literally some of the best prawns we had in Lisbon. I know the statement is a lot, but these prawns is something that I still keep dreaming about. And if I was to literally teleport to one place in Lisbon, this tasca would be the place. If you are in the city centre, pop into another tasca called Ogatero. It's literally just like 2 minutes away from Timeout Market. Oh yeah, thank you very much. Bravo. Oh yeah, we got it. So we came specifically here for grilled octopus, but we also decided to get some bits and bobs. Like we got some prawns, we got some squid and prawn rice. The guys next to us were eating it, looked delicious. And we got some chorizo because Jay really wanted to have some. I thought it's going to be presented with the flame, like fire underneath it, like here. It didn't, but chorizo sausage was still really good. This place was a little bit more expensive than Cervejaria de Amelia tasca that we had next to our Airbnb. I think for 4 of us, for 4 dishes and 1 side salad and 4 drinks, we paid about 70 euros. I'm a big fan of street food markets, and of course living in London we had plenty of them. A street food market in Camden, Seven Dials Market, Banana Warehouse, so many places where you can try so many different dishes under one roof. So of course when I was doing my research about Lisbon, I came across Timeout Lisbon Market and I was like, yeah, we definitely have to go and check it out. I have a bit of a mixed emotions about this place, so I'm gonna highlight the things that I really enjoyed, the dishes that we tried that I think should definitely be on your radar, and then I'm gonna mention some things that didn't quite work for me. Inside the Lisbon Timeout Market, there is ground beef, the place that kind of serves those retro American burgers, like delicious black Angus beef patties in brioche buns with some really good cheese. So went for the double cheeseburger. It was delicious. The queue was really short. You get a buzzer whilst you're waiting for your burger, and it's kind of done in 12-15 minutes. And the double cheeseburger was about 13 euros, which is a bit pricey because it doesn't come with fries, but it was delicious nevertheless. The absolute highlight of our lunch was the place called Kitchen of Happiness, and it's so very true because the dishes that we received from this place really put a massive smile on our face. And since it's 4 of us here, perks of traveling with a family, it means that we got a little bit of everything here to try. We got some bacalao here, which I'm very excited about because we got another bacalao to compare it later on. Looks really nice and creamy. Oh my god, it's so yummy. Everyone needs to try it. We also got grilled octopus with sweet potato mash. The meat is juicy and tender. We wanted to go for the octopus hot dog, but I'm really glad we decided to go for this one instead. This is the winner in my eyes so far. And of course, you cannot polish off your lunch without an ice cream. These guys here really know what they're doing. They are Italians who came to Portugal and started their own ice cream shop. Out of the all flavors that we have tried there, the mango flavor is just super creamy, and it was one of those flavors that was like sold out all the time. These guys are definitely worth queuing for. Things that didn't quite work for me in Timeout Market was the fact that A, it was really busy. We came there when we were hungry, when we were tired, and we came there during the rush hour for lunch. So the queues were long. We literally queued for about 40 minutes for each place. The seating area was absolutely full, so we had to hunt for a table for about 20 minutes and still kind of squeeze ourselves in a 2-seater, like 4 of us in a 2-seater. So it wasn't really the most comfortable place. And of course, being so popular with tourists, you do pay your touristy prices. So if in previous places you could get away with like 15 euros per person, here you have to definitely account for at least 20 to 25 euros per person. It is definitely an experience, and I would definitely say pop in just to kind of see what this market is all about. But yeah, there were some places that didn't really work for us, and there were some places that worked really well for us. I left the sweetest bit for last. Since it was Jay's mum's birthday and she's a big fan of prawns and crayfish, we decided to splurge out a little bit and book a table at Cervejaria Ribadouro. So this restaurant basically focuses or specializes on seafood only. When you walk in, you're literally like greeted with big water tanks where you see crayfish and prawns kind of crawling around. And then they bring you a menu and you basically see what sort of fresh catch of the day is and how much it is per kilo. And once you place an order, you literally see how waiters are going to the fish tank to fish your lobster out of it. That's how fresh it is. And because we were there with cameras, they would literally bring us all the fresh produce to showcase to us how awesome it looks before they would put it on a grill. So we had those giant prawns that were butterflied and grilled, which were delicious. We had some cold prawns with garlic mayo. I mean, classic combination, you can't really go wrong with that. And the highlight of our dinner was this massive, gigantic crayfish that was grilled, served with this delicious piri sauce that we just kind of could not get enough of, and we ordered, I think, 3 extras just because it was so really delicious. Washed down with beautiful sparkling rosé. Thing that kind of stuck in my head is that this restaurant is pretty upscale, but it still had those massive TV screens where they were showing football. That just kind of showcases how passionate our Portuguese people about football. Also, I'm super excited to share with you that I have a food guide about Lisbon. Basically, I've taken 4 different neighborhoods and have pinned about 7 to 10 places that should be on your radar. You can find the link to this guide in the description box below. Thank you so very much, guys, for your support. This means a lot to me. Thank you. And now, allow me to share some of the things that I wish I knew when I was going to Lisbon. If you're going to be dining in tascas, those small family restaurants, bear in mind that they only accept cash. Even if they're going to be located in the most central point of Lisbon, the chances are that they will be taking cash only. In contrast to tascas, Timeout Market is actually credit or bank card place only. They don't accept any cash, so that you know. majority of Portuguese traditional restaurants are quite small in size, so if you are planning your dinner, definitely book in advance. Call them up, book your table, otherwise you might not even get seated or you will be waiting for about an hour and a half in a queue.
No, I'm sorry, we're completely booked.
Last but not least, I want to highlight the fact that Lisbon is built on 7 hills. And when Google says to you that from point A to point B, it's only 900 meters, chances are that you will be going some steep hills up and then some steep hills down. Going up and down the hills in Lisbon is a proper workout, but that just means that I can eat many more lattes. So either book a taxi or jump on a tram or use escalators in H&M. Save your feet. Guys, I'm currently working on Lisbon City Guide, so if you do have any recommendations, places that should be definitely on my radar, drop them in the comments down below. I love learning from you. I love reading your comments. It's been emotional. My name is Classic Polly, and I will see you in my next episode.